Are you struggling to stay focused in a world full of distractions, setbacks, and constant temptations? You're not alone. Many people find it hard to maintain discipline when life throws challenges their way. But what if I told you that ancient Stoic principles could provide the clarity and purpose you need to overcome these obstacles? Today, we'll explore the powerful teachings of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius to help you master self-discipline and regain control of your life. Stoicism teaches us that it's not just about surviving life's hurdles, it's about thriving in the face of them. You can build a disciplined life filled with purpose and resilience by aligning your actions with core Stoic values like wisdom, courage, and moderation. This episode is not just theory, it's a practical guide you can use daily. If you find this helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Let's dive in and discover 9 key Stoic practices to build unshakable self-discipline. 1. Purpose-driven discipline, the foundation of Stoic self-control. The first of the Stoic principles we'll explore is purpose-driven discipline. At the core of Stoicism is the belief that discipline without purpose is empty. According to Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, your actions should align with a greater purpose to give them meaning. This is why identifying your why is crucial to building lasting self-discipline. Without it, discipline becomes a mechanical act, one that is easily disrupted by distractions and temptations. So, what does purpose-driven discipline look like? In the world of Stoicism, it means living according to your nature, or as Marcus Aurelius would say, living in agreement with nature. This doesn't refer to nature as in trees and rivers, but rather the essence of who you are and what role you play in life. Stoic philosophers believed that knowing your role and purpose was key to mastering the challenges of everyday life. In a Stoic daily practice, this purpose is a compass that guides your actions. Whether you're dealing with stress at work, family obligations, or personal goals, aligning your tasks with your deeper purpose transforms how you approach discipline. It becomes something meaningful rather than just a daily chore. This is the heart of Stoic quotes like, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Now, how can you apply this principle to your own life? Start by reflecting on what drives you. What are the long-term goals that truly matter to you? It could be becoming the best version of yourself, providing for your family, or contributing to the world in a meaningful way. Once you know what motivates you at a deeper level, staying disciplined becomes a lot easier. This is where Stoicism offers practical, timeless guidance. Every morning, ask yourself, what is my purpose today? By keeping this question at the forefront of your mind, you'll find that discipline follows naturally. You won't have to force yourself to stick to your habits, because you'll understand how those habits serve your bigger purpose. This is how Stoic principles help you build unshakable discipline. Discipline tied to a greater purpose is far more sustainable and fulfilling. It transforms how you approach everyday tasks and gives meaning to even the smallest actions. 2. Focus on what you can control, the key to inner calm. One of the most important Stoic principles is learning to focus on what you can control. This concept lies at the heart of Stoicism and was emphasized by many Stoic philosophers, including Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus. In today's world, we often find ourselves worrying about things outside our control, whether it's the opinions of others, global events, or unpredictable outcomes. But Stoicism teaches us to redirect our energy toward the things we have power over: our thoughts, actions, and responses. This distinction is crucial for building self-discipline. When you waste time and energy trying to control things that are beyond your reach, you drain your ability to focus on what truly matters. By concentrating only on what is within your control, you gain mental clarity and reduce unnecessary stress. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in one of his famous Stoic quotes, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Applying this principle to your Stoic daily routine can transform how you approach challenges. For example, if you're struggling with a difficult project at work or feeling overwhelmed by personal issues, take a step back and ask yourself, what part of this situation is within my control? Focus on those elements and let go of the rest. This shift in mindset not only brings you peace, but also empowers you to act decisively on things that actually make a difference. In a modern context, distractions are everywhere. From social media to endless news cycles, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But Stoic philosophers taught that by filtering out what doesn't serve us and honing in on what we can influence, we strengthen our discipline. This is more than just a mental exercise. It's a practice you can apply daily to improve your productivity, relationships, and emotional well-being. When you adopt this Stoic principle, self-discipline becomes easier because you stop wasting effort on things beyond your control. Instead, you direct your focus toward actions and decisions that align with your values. This practice leads to greater resilience and more effective use of your time and energy. So next time you're faced with a difficult situation, remember to ask, is this within my control? By mastering this simple question, you align with the core teachings of Stoicism and unlock a key tool for building lasting self-discipline. 3. Emotional regulation. One of the core Stoic principles that's essential for self-discipline is emotional regulation. The Stoic philosophers, especially Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, understood the power of emotions and how they can easily derail even the most disciplined person. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot always control external events, we can control how we respond to them emotionally. By mastering our emotions, we build the foundation for stronger self-discipline and clearer decision-making. In today's fast-paced world, emotions often drive our actions. From stress and anger to anxiety and fear, these emotions can cloud our judgment and lead to impulsive choices. But by practicing Stoic emotional regulation, you learn to pause and reflect before reacting. This approach creates the mental space needed to act rationally rather than emotionally. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength." This is the essence of Stoicism: to stay calm under pressure and in control of your actions. A Stoic daily practice of emotional regulation starts with awareness. Pay attention to your emotional triggers throughout the day. When something or someone provokes an emotional reaction, don't respond immediately. Instead, take a breath, step back, and ask yourself, is this reaction useful? Does it align with my values and goals? This simple reflection, a central part of Stoicism, helps you regain control over your emotional responses and strengthens your self-discipline. In modern life, emotions like frustration and impatience often arise when things don't go as planned. But as Stoic philosophers taught, you don't need to let these emotions dominate you. A calm, rational mind is your greatest asset when navigating challenges, whether they involve work, relationships, or personal growth. The more you practice controlling your emotional responses, the more you'll notice that discipline becomes second nature. You're no longer reacting impulsively, but rather with intent and purpose. Moreover, emotional regulation through Stoic principles doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring your feelings. Instead, it's about recognizing them, understanding their impact, and choosing the best way to respond. This approach allows you to stay focused on your long-term goals and maintain discipline, even in emotionally charged situations. Emotional regulation is a key tool in building lasting self-discipline. By mastering your emotions, you gain the mental clarity to make decisions that align with your values and avoid impulsive reactions that can throw you off course. This is the Stoic way of turning emotional turmoil into strength. 4. Voluntary discomfort. Another key concept in Stoicism is the practice of voluntary discomfort. The Stoic philosophers, particularly Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, believe that by willingly embracing small challenges, we build the resilience needed to face life's bigger ones. This is not about suffering for the sake of it. Instead, it's about preparing your mind and body for the inevitable discomforts that life brings. Stoicism teaches that discipline comes from facing hardship with courage and control, not avoiding it. In modern life, we are surrounded by convenience. From instant access to information to readily available food and entertainment, we rarely experience discomfort. Yet, this constant state of ease can weaken our resilience and discipline. Stoicism reminds us that by choosing small, voluntary hardships, we strengthen our ability to endure larger difficulties when they arise. For example, the Stoic daily practice of fasting, or limiting luxuries was common among ancient Stoic philosophers. By voluntarily denying themselves comforts, they trained their minds and bodies to handle adversity with grace. This same principle can be applied today. You don't need to adopt extreme practices, but you can integrate small, deliberate discomforts into your routine. Try skipping a meal, waking up an hour earlier, or opting for a cold shower. These small actions may seem insignificant, but they gradually build the mental toughness required for self-discipline. Voluntary discomfort is also a way to gain perspective. When you step outside your comfort zone, you realize how much you take for granted. Stoic quotes often highlight the value of gratitude and simplicity. By experiencing moments of discomfort, you not only strengthen your discipline, but also develop a deeper appreciation for the comforts you do have. This aligns perfectly with the Stoic mindset of focusing on what truly matters and ignoring superficial desires. Applying voluntary discomfort in your life doesn't require extreme changes, just consistent, small actions. Over time, these practices help you build resilience and enhance your ability to stay disciplined in the face of more significant challenges. The discomfort you choose today prepares you for the unpredictability of tomorrow. 5. Consistency over intensity. The Stoic approach to lasting discipline. When it comes to building self-discipline, one of the most important Stoic principles is focusing on consistency over intensity. Many of us start with bursts of motivation, aiming to make big changes quickly. But as the Stoic philosophers teach, lasting discipline comes not from sporadic efforts, but from consistent daily actions. This approach is central to Stoicism, which emphasizes the importance of showing up every day, even when it's difficult, rather than relying on short-lived bursts of inspiration. Consistency means making small, steady progress each day, knowing that it adds up over time. Marcus Aurelius wrote that, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that even obstacles, when approached with patience and persistence, can contribute to our growth. Instead of waiting for perfect conditions or bursts of energy, the Stoic mindset encourages us to take action, no matter how small, every day. In your Stoic daily practice, this could be something as simple as dedicating a set amount of time to a goal, even if you don't feel like it. Whether it's exercising for 10 minutes, writing a few paragraphs, or engaging in mindfulness for a brief period, the key is consistency. These small acts, done regularly, build the foundation for strong discipline. Think of it like planting seeds. You may not see immediate results, but over time, those small efforts bloom into habits that become second nature. This is why Stoicism values consistency over intensity. By showing up every day and doing the work, you are building a disciplined mind that can handle larger challenges in the future. Moreover, the Stoic focus on consistency aligns with the idea of moderation, another core Stoic principle. Pushing yourself too hard in short bursts can lead to burnout, but steady progress prevents this. A consistent approach to discipline ensures that you're in it for the long haul, not just for quick results. In today's world of instant gratification, the concept of consistency is often overlooked. But by committing to daily action, no matter how small, you are embracing the Stoic way of life. Self-discipline isn't about dramatic gestures. It's about being steady, resilient, and focused every day. 6. Practice gratitude and simplicity. Another essential Stoic principle for building self-discipline is practicing gratitude and embracing simplicity. In a world where consumerism and distractions are abundant, Stoicism offers a refreshing counterpoint. Focus on what you have and strip away what you don't need. By adopting a mindset of gratitude and living simply, you can create a stronger sense of inner peace, which in turn enhances your ability to stay disciplined. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of appreciating the present moment and the things we already possess. As he stated in one of his famous Stoic quotes, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This timeless wisdom teaches us that by focusing on the essentials and being grateful for what we have, we eliminate the need for external validation and unnecessary distractions. Gratitude isn't just about acknowledging what's good in life. It's about recalibrating your mind to focus on what truly matters. When you shift your perspective to appreciate the simple things, a meal, a conversation, a quiet moment, you begin to detach from the constant desire for more. This detachment is central to Stoic self-discipline. When you no longer chase material things or superficial achievements, you are less likely to be swayed by temptations that lead to procrastination or distraction. The practice of simplicity in Stoic daily life also plays a crucial role in maintaining discipline. Living simply doesn't mean depriving yourself. Rather, it's about removing unnecessary complexities from your life. This could be as straightforward as decluttering your environment, cutting down on social media use, or focusing on fewer but more meaningful activities. By reducing these distractions, you free up mental energy to focus on what truly matters: your purpose, goals, and personal growth. Gratitude and simplicity, when practiced together, create a powerful feedback loop. The more you focus on the essentials, the more grateful you become for them, and the less you feel the need to accumulate or chase after things that don't serve your higher purpose. This clarity fosters a deeper sense of self-discipline, as you can easily distinguish between what's important and what isn't. Practicing Stoic gratitude and simplicity brings you closer to inner peace and enhances your self-discipline. By appreciating what you have and cutting away what you don't need, you strengthen your focus and commitment to living a disciplined, purposeful life. 7. Master your time, the Stoic strategy for productivity. Among the most practical Stoic principles is the concept of mastering your time. For Stoic philosophers, time is the most valuable resource, and they understood that how you spend it reflects your values and discipline. In a world where distractions are everywhere, from social media to endless notifications, managing your time has never been more important. Stoicism teaches us that by using time wisely, we align our actions with our purpose and avoid wasting energy on things that don't truly matter. Marcus Aurelius, in his Stoic quotes, often reflected on time and the urgency of using it well. "Do not act as if you have 10,000 years to live. Fate is at your elbow," he wrote. This emphasizes the Stoic belief that life is short, and we must prioritize what truly matters. By mastering your time, you build self-discipline and ensure that each day is productive and meaningful. In today's world, it's easy to lose track of time, jumping between tasks without making real progress. Stoicism offers a solution to this problem by encouraging us to focus on what is within our control, our time, and how we use it. Begin by identifying how much of your day is spent on meaningful tasks versus distractions. A Stoic daily practice of time management involves creating a clear structure for your day. Set aside blocks of time for important activities and stick to them. Whether it's work, exercise, or personal development, be intentional about how you spend your time. One of the key benefits of mastering your time is that it reduces stress. When you know what you're doing and when you're doing it, there's less room for uncertainty or procrastination. The Stoic mindset is rooted in control. By controlling how you spend your day, you control your outcomes. This disciplined approach to time helps you focus on long-term goals without getting bogged down in short-term distractions. Another important element of this Stoic principle is the practice of saying no. Be mindful of where your time is going, and don't be afraid to decline tasks or invitations that do not align with your purpose. Saying no to distractions is saying yes to the things that truly matter, a key to building lasting self-discipline. 8. Self-reliance and personal responsibility. One of the most empowering Stoic principles is the idea of self-reliance and personal responsibility. Stoicism teaches that we are the architects of our own lives. Rather than blaming external factors for our challenges, Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus emphasize the importance of taking full responsibility for our actions, decisions, and outcomes. This approach fosters stronger self-discipline because when you realize that you control your reactions and choices, you understand that discipline comes from within. In today's world, it's easy to look for excuses or external reasons for why things don't go as planned. But the Stoic mindset encourages you to reflect inward and take ownership of everything within your control. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This means that instead of focusing on what others do or the circumstances around us, we should focus on becoming the best version of ourselves through self-reliance. When you practice self-reliance, you stop looking for external validation or blaming others when things go wrong. You accept that, ultimately, you are responsible for your discipline and progress. This Stoic daily practice involves constant self-reflection and accountability. Ask yourself regularly, am I taking full responsibility for my actions? Am I making choices that align with my values and goals? This simple but powerful reflection strengthens your ability to stay disciplined as you begin to rely more on your internal drive than on external motivators. In addition, taking personal responsibility is key to building resilience. Life will always present obstacles and setbacks, but how you respond to them is within your control. The Stoic approach teaches that by accepting responsibility for your life, you build the mental strength needed to overcome difficulties and stay on the path of discipline, regardless of what happens around you. Another aspect of self-reliance and Stoicism is trusting your judgment. In a world full of opinions, advice, and outside pressures, it's crucial to develop the ability to trust your own decisions. This builds self-discipline as it allows you to act confidently without constantly seeking approval or guidance from others. Self-reliance and personal responsibility are essential components of Stoic discipline. By owning your actions, choices, and reactions, you build a stronger, more resilient mindset that fosters lasting self-discipline. The power lies within you, and Stoicism reminds us that true discipline starts with taking control of yourself. 9. Reflect daily. One of the most powerful Stoic principles for building self-discipline is the practice of daily reflection. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca were known for their emphasis on self-examination and reflection, often ending each day by looking back at their actions, thoughts, and decisions. This daily habit helps you to understand where you succeeded, where you fell short, and how you can improve. It's not about judgment, but about continuous growth. In a Stoic daily routine, reflection serves as a tool for personal accountability and discipline. Every evening, take a few minutes to ask yourself key questions. Did I live according to my principles today? Did I let emotions or distractions derail my focus? What can I do better tomorrow? By practicing this self-awareness, you reinforce your commitment to the Stoic way of life and ensure that each day is a step forward in your personal development. Marcus Aurelius, in his Stoic quotes, often wrote about the importance of this practice. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. However, equally important was his evening reflection, where he reviewed his day with honesty and clarity. This practice of looking back not only keeps you aligned with your values, but also builds the self-discipline needed to correct the course when you veer off track. In today's world, filled with distractions, adopting this Stoic practice of reflection is more valuable than ever. You can use it as a tool to stay grounded, avoid impulsive behavior, and focus on long-term goals. By reflecting on what worked and what didn't, you gradually become more disciplined in your actions. You learn to avoid the pitfalls of emotional responses and procrastination, and instead cultivate intentional, purposeful behavior. Daily reflection is also a way to maintain a sense of progress. Often, when we are working on our self-discipline, the results aren't immediate. But through reflection, you can see the small steps you've taken, which helps keep you motivated. It's a practice that encourages both self-compassion and self-improvement. Stoicism teaches us that daily reflection is a crucial habit for building self-discipline. By reviewing your actions each day, you not only improve, but also stay aligned with your core values and long-term goals. Reflection provides clarity, allowing you to learn from each day and grow stronger in your discipline. And there you have it, 9 Stoic principles to build self-discipline. These timeless teachings from Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius offer practical guidance for mastering your own life, one disciplined step at a time. Whether it's focusing on what you can control, practicing gratitude and simplicity, or using daily reflection to grow, these principles are designed to help you live with purpose and resilience. If you found value in today's episode from Stoic Narratives, Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll stay connected to more insightful content that applies Stoicism to modern life, helping you build not just self-discipline, but a life aligned with your highest values. Also, make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Which principle will you implement first? Let us know in the comments, and keep practicing the Stoic way to lead a balanced, intentional, and disciplined life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of Stoic Narratives.